of me doing electrical work. I'm going to run power from this shed to this lean-to here. Going to put an outlet up with a switch for some lights. And the electrical outlet will allow me to run an extension cord without having to go through that door every damn time. That'll help with the doghouse if I want to run a heating pad for Sweetie later on this winter. I'll be able to run a cord all the way down, give her a heating pad, keep her nice and cozy. So I got some Romex wire. I've got to get into an electrical box. The power's been shut off to the shed. So all that's cut off. I am not a professional. Do not try this at home. Yada, yada, yada. You may die. So I'm going to come out from the top of the shed here, probably right around here. And then I'm going to run the Romex. I'm going to snake it around. And then I'm going to come over here to inside there. And I'm going to put, like I said, the electrical box. And then a light switch out here so that Rachel and I can come out, flip the switch, turn on the light seat because it's very dark back here at night. And that's where Sweetie gets her food and all this other stuff. A couple of little things we keep back here. And we're out here almost every night anyway. So this is going to be an improvement for that. All right. That being said, I'll be moving the camera around a lot. I probably won't read all your comments. But if you want to watch and follow along and leave comments, you're more than welcome to do so. We're going to start a little poll here. Let's see here. Sorry if I don't see or respawn. Oh, that's the wrong one. Okay. I doubt I'll get any viewers, but that's okay. First, I got to start inside the shed where my electricity, I want to tie into the electricity, and then I got to like run this Romex all the way around. So, that being said, we'll come over here and we'll prop this door open because I don't have electricity inside. I got to be able to see. Ignore the mess in the shed. It's really nasty in here. I'm hoping that I keep a signal while I do this. Tying right here. And then I'll be running my Romex and out of the shed so that we can get tying my my Romex and do all of that. So bear with me. Plenty of screws on this thing. Looks like some critters got in there and died. So yeah, I gotta tie into that. And come through the top of that. Let's see here. Just good old screwdriver. Should be able to pop this out real easy. Go. That takes care of that. We got our Romex connectors here. And these just snap into place. Hold on, camera. These just snap into place, and then my Romex goes on that. So that'll just go right there. Easy peasy. I got 50 foot of this stuff. Should be more than enough to get around to where I need to go. Again, I'm not a professional, but I got enough knowledge from previous experiences. Should be okay. I don't believe I'm going to burn the place down. But you never know, right? That. I always make a huge mess that I'll clean up later. The hardest part is getting this metal off this Romex, so I can see the damn wire. So I can get to the damn wire. I'm sure there's a specialty tool for this, of which I don't have. There we go, got some wire. This is 14 gauge wire, and I'm running some really low voltage stuff off of it, so I'm not too concerned about that. And I didn't cut enough away. So let's try to snip this a little bit deeper. I'm using 10 snips to cut this Romex off. Like I said, I'm sure there's a professional electrician out there going, what the hell? But I'm not a professional. I'm not a professional. Any of you guys ever done your own electrical work before? Some people are scared to do it. I'm more scared of plumbing than I am of electrical. I mean, yeah, you can burn your house down, but you can also flood your house when it comes to plumbing. Yeah, anyway. That should be plenty of wire to get the job done. Cut this little burr off so I won't hurt myself. And there we go. It's so fun. I find it almost hilarious that I get no views doing this stuff. You might actually learn something. Lord forbid somebody learns something. You know what I mean? Oh, me. Started off as 47 degrees this morning. I don't even know what it is right now. Feed that wire to this guy here. And that's supposed to just feed in there. It doesn't. I got the wrong size. Oh, me. Stand by. Technical difficulties. We're going to use this connector instead. clamp down on the cable there. And that'll make Rachel happy. She would say, it should make you happy too. There you go. Get in there, you bastard. There we go. There's our connection. Let's take that off. So I can get to the plug a little bit easier. Come on now. And then cut that out. Where's my wire strippers? Come on, wire strippers, where are you? Don't tell me I misplaced them. Ah, there they are. I'm very scattered, disorganized. Let's see here, 14 gauge. Uh-oh. Somebody's buzzing me. Excuse me. I know you guys can't see what I'm doing right now, but I'm just attaching these wires to the plug. My neutral, my hot, my neutral, my ground. And so I can piggyback off of this plug. Get off this ground. Tonight I'm going to do another WTF video. I got a plan for that. I think it'll be fun. I have fun doing them. So, you know, whatever. Alright. So I got all that done. Now I just got to cram it all back in there. Let's see. I lost my little tabs off the back of my screws here. There's one of them. There's the other. Found him. He's going the back of my my screws for this guy. How many people I got overseas right now? I seem to get people from Pakistan and India a lot, which is fine. I know you guys have a different voltage for all your stuff. I think this right here was the hardest part. Get that started up, and then we'll head out. Well, I got to still drill a hole on the side of the wall to run this wire through to get outside. Like I said, I'm not a professional. We're going to get it, though. You'll see. You will see. Finished product with lights coming on and everything. It's going to be crazy. Go. And then we put it back together. Now that we're tied in the electrical box, I can run my wire along the ceiling, punch through the wall to the outside, and run my Romex that way. Now I've got some clamps that I will use to hold this all up as I go along. And trying to make it look somewhat neat, but it's a shed, so I'm not too worried about it. I'm not going into any kind of fashion with any kind of show on this. Give me a second, let me get these clamps. Now I got the clamps here. And we'll clamp it as we go along so that we know we have the right amount of wire going from point A to point B. I have to get some screws. What are we going to use today? I don't have enough of those. I had some machine screws, wood screws. What did I do with them? They're probably inside. Those are nails. I'm sure there are better options for doing this, but we're just going to use these screws because that's what I got. Just something to hold it in place while I move around the shed here. Go up here. Can you guys see up there? We gotta go up. There we go. Who else is watching this with me? I don't know if anybody is, Lydia. That's my sister chatting right there. She cares about me for some reason. I don't know why. Here we go. We're going to clamp this up here. Get in there, you bastard. And we will clamp it as we go. I like the Romex because the wire's already in a flexible conduit, and Rachel insists everything's in a conduit. My redneck senses would be I just tack the wire up and go. I wouldn't care. But we're not following my redneck rules. We are I'm going to try to do it the right way. Try to do it the right way. There we go. You guys can watch while I struggle. That's my solar powered fan. And I put this stuff around this little CPU fan, and there's a solar panel on top. Helps circulate hot air out whenever the sun's shining. And that's the only time you need it to circulate. So it works out pretty good. And we will come back and put more clamps if needed. Loosen that up just a little bit. I can get this straightened out. That looks pretty good. I had to see. I didn't even put electrical tape on my solar panel. It's 5 volts. I'm not worried about it. Mystery solar panel. Yep, I had to run that through. But if it's just a small panel, maybe a foot long or something like that, get your voltmeter on the other end of the solar panel, see how many volts it's putting out, and you can find out what it's for. Or help process elimination figure out what it's for. Now, if you don't have one of these, which is an extension for your drill bit, you're missing out. That's a foot-long extension for a drill bit, so that I can put paddle bits or regular bits, put them in there, and then I can get into hard-to-reach places or get through thick walls in one fell swoop. I got so much crap in my way. Look at that. All right, I gotta move a few things out of the way on the floor so I can reach where I'm going. I always manage to make a huge mess. I always end up leaving a trail of stuff behind. So I gotta get this stuff out of the way. These cats have more than I do. These are tents and stuff for the cats to play outside in. Rachel loves them kitty cats. I love them too, but damn. Anyway. Get this box out of the way. When we first moved here, we put, it was just bare studs when we first moved here, and this shed was, so we had to put the walls up and insulation in place. The only thing I didn't do, I put outlets on 2 of the walls, the left side and the back, but I didn't put it on the right side. I should have, because then I would have just had to tie in the back of that plug and go on, and it'd been a hell of a lot easier. But I got nothing on the right side where the lean-to is. That's why I'm having to go through all of this to get it done. So you really can't see still. Let's see if I can move the camera. It's on a tripod, right? Should be able to move it anywhere I want it. There we go. So yeah, I'm just gonna punch through there, because if I try to go down that way and punch through, I'm gonna have to take everything down, and I don't want to do that. So hopefully this paddle bilt's still got some bite in it, and we can punch through all the way. And we have gone through. That was easy. A little bit of sheet metal stuck to the blade from the other side. You want to go see what it looks like on the other side? Hopefully it looks clean. And there's my hole, which is pretty much where I wanted it. Right underneath that eave, so that I can run the wire and it's not going to be exposed to water. So I'll make the turn, go down there, go into the lean-to. Bob's your uncle. We'll be in business again. Let's see here. Yeah, my signal's not that great out here, because normally I would have my Wi-Fi in the shed, but I had to kill the power in the shed. So I'm on the Wi-Fi from the house, which isn't that great from this distance. So if it is grainy, I apologize. It should be clear now. So I'm going to leave the camera out here for a few minutes while I snake that wire out of that hole so that we can continue running it. That should work. Got 50 feet of this stuff. I'm doing it the hard way. I'm doing it the difficult way. I could take some measurements and cut what I need. I probably should. Let me get my tape measure real quick. And cut this wire down to the right length. Alright, so 3 feet. I need 3 feet more on the inside. I'm saying about 6 feet probably. Yep. We're going to say 6 feet that way, so that's 9 feet total. And if we overestimate, that's fine. We need at least 12 feet of wire. So we're going to cut 13 feet so that I don't run short on wire. So 13 feet I think should do it. Let me see, I got it strewn on the ground here. I've got a mess. Am I at 13 feet yet? Nope. Here's my 13-foot mark. We're going to go a little bit further. I'd rather have more than less. Hopefully I did it right. Now we can turn the camera back towards the shed. I'm keeping the camera in the shade so it doesn't get too hot, and it'll get better signal. We don't want you guys getting disconnected or anything. Miss out on all this fun. All right, you want to watch that wire poke out here in a second? I'm going to put another clamp on real quick. Hold on just a second. We're going to readjust here. And is the signal coming through? Is it clear? Is it clear screen, or is it? Oh, you want to do? Yeah. It's electricity is not that hard. It really isn't. Just match the colors and cover everything up. It's really that. It's really that simple. Okay. I'm going to connect this phone to the hotspot so that I can move. So give me just a second. Do some finagling here. Did I lose you guys? Should be still good to go. All right. One phone piggybacking off another. What's my signal now? 84%. We should be good. All right, now I can move this in a little bit closer. So, we are going, now we're in the shade where it feels good. Gonna move this thing out of the way. If you're just doing basic plugs and basic lights, you're messing with 120 volts. You've got a neutral, a hot, a neutral, and a ground. Now, I'm running 14 gauge wire because I'm not running anything that requires a lot of amps. I'm just running little string lights, LED string lights, and maybe an extension cord. That's it. If I was doing anything heavier than that, I would run 12 gauge wire, which is typically the standard wire you would have in your home. And 14 gauge is cheaper, and for this application, I think it suffices. So let's, we're going to run it up here, and I got a box here that I'm going to put in place. So there's my box. It has a cover, a weatherproof cover, so I can just use a standard plug. I got a leftover plug from inside the house when we put in USB plugs. Still a good plug, so I kept it. And we're going to use it inside this guy, where I'll come in one way, come out the other for the switch. So yeah, that's what we're going to do. Like I said, I leave a trail of mess everywhere I go. I got to clamp my my wire as I go along. So if you're wanting to do, my sister was asking a question about a greenhouse. Greenhouse is going to have a lot of moisture, so you're going to want to make sure that all your boxes and your switches are all rated for outdoors, which also means they're going to be bulky. But that's just part of it. Yeah. Because you want those gaskets on there. You want your CFI plug that trips in the event it gets wet or shorts out. You're going to need at least one of those in your greenhouse if that's what you're going to do. It's hard being your own cameraman and everything at the same time. There we go. Ta-da! All right. I have sheet metal screws I should use for this. Let me see if I can find them. There we go. sheet metal screws for sheet metal. I need 4, but I carry 5 because I'll end up dropping one. Oh, me. I hope I measured that right. Don't fall over, ladder. I've got an audience. Can't fall down on camera. That'd be embarrassing. Come on, bastard. And then to seal up this hole, I'll probably use some silicone. I could have used a box here and then a box there for the turns. I'm not doing all that. Not gonna do it. This stuff's real flexible. So. I'll make some room. Let's get around. I should get these in there a little bit better. Ta-da. And we're going that way with it. La 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 la. Hard to do by yourself. Holding all this stuff up and not dropping anything. And it won't be all floppy once I get everything up. See how it's kind of floppy right now? But we'll pull it tight and snug here in a few minutes. Where I gotta move more stuff and make my turn. I got so much garbage. I have to use every square inch available to store all this stuff. Alright, we need another clamp. You really won't be able to see me do this one. All this stuff in the way. But just bear in there. Bear with me. right. Measured it right. Another clamp while I'm in there. I'll show you what I did. I don't know how well you can see it, but there's a clamp. There's a clamp and another clamp where I made my turn. It's all under cover. I've got the eave of the roof there covering it up. It's not much, but it's enough. And we're going around and we're going into the lean-to. There we go. Now, I have to mount my box and run this into the box. Like I said, I have my box here. They give you a couple of plugs because you may not use all the available holes in the box. So you plug up the ones you're not going to use, which in this case will be this back one. I'm coming in through the top, I'm coming out the bottom. Had I drilled through the board and gone through the back, I could have done it that way, but I did not. This just screws in there like that, no big deal. Flathead screwdriver, you can just use I'm not, I'll just tighten it with my finger. It's tight enough. Tight enough. So I was thinking about putting the plug like this. The reason I want to do it that way is I can come in this way, pad out that way. If I put it up and down, my wire's going to loop around, I want it to stay on the board. So I can put the outlet right here, and that gives me enough room to bend this around, and then I'll be able to bend it around coming down to the switch. So yeah, that's what we're going to do. Rock chair. Let's see, got the drill. Not going anywhere. Cool. There are not pre-drilled holes in the back of that box. But it's aluminum. You can just force a screw through it, no problem. It's undercover. It's not going to get wet as well. Even if it did, doesn't matter. It's a waterproof box. That will have this guy on there. It's got a little rubber seal in there and stuff. So yeah, let me get my other connectors and some tools. big old tool bag. Even Sweetie doesn't care. She's gone off to the other side of the yard where the shade is. She's like, he's doing stuff. I'm not going to follow him around right now. Doing stuff. Okay. That's my connector. That's for my Romex to go through. Cut it off about there. I have to be careful not to snip the wire inside. Like I say, there's probably a specialty tool for this, and I don't have it. So I just have to be super careful. What's it hung on? One little piece here, huh? Okay. Use now. Got that off of there. I got way more wire than I need, but like I said, I'd rather have too much than too little. Too much than too little. Let's see here. Uh-oh. Try to move in a little bit better so you guys can see. Not stare at the back of my head the whole time. There we go. That just screws in the side of the box. It has a set screw on the side to help hold everything in place. Don't want to pinch the wires or anything. And I want to make sure that when I cut around, I didn't pinch the wires there either, and I did not. So that's good. Just trying to make sure it's not pinching the wire or anything like that. There's that. Alright. Again, I don't need this much. I'm going to chop it off about right here. The black is your hot, the white is your neutral, and green is ground. And I'll take about a ½ inch off of plastic. I can trim it again if I need. And I'll trim way more of the ground because it needs to touch the box. And it's just easier if I got more copper exposed than trying to do it another way. Okay. Now I'm missing my little screws that go on this thing. There should be a screw there and a screw there. But I've got multiples of these things. So let me run inside the shed real quick. And I need the one with the screws so that I can attach it. I can attach it properly. Let's see, let me look at my cover. May not need it. Those might work just fine. Let's get it wired up and see. Now, I am running a little bit of wire coming down to a switch. There's my box for my switch. Let me get this zoom back the way it's supposed to be. Boop. What's up, Eric? Dustin's on here. Needed a left-handed loop screw. One of you wants to be hot too? I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe it identifies that way. But there's my switch. Just a basic switch. And I got a cover for it as well. And, yeah. Lock that in. That switch is going to go probably right here, just below this board. I'm going to move this guy. But this switch is going to be about right here. And, yeah, I think that's going to work out just fine. We can go ahead and mount that while I'm thinking of it. There we go. More clamps, more connectors. I try to use, I end up buying a bunch of stuff that I don't need over time, but I keep it anyway just in case, and, well, you know, it comes in handy. No. All right. Had a bad habit of just leaving stuff on the ground on jobs. When I would do computer work for people, and I'd be reconnecting a Ethernet cable, I would the little pieces I would snip off, I would just leave it on the floor. Unless it was like somebody's residential house, but like a server room or something like that, I let that junk on the floor. I wasn't going to sit there and pick up all those little pieces of copper all the damn time. I'd be there all damn day long. Yeah. Now I'm going to have to get a piece of Romex that goes from here down to here. So let me go get a piece of that, bring it back. So, exposed wire. I'm going to have to cut the sheathing off of here, about there to there. Should be plenty. I'll spend more time cleaning up than I am doing the damn job itself. Anyway. Bye, Lydia. Work. I'm off this week. Totally wasted this week. That's what you're supposed to do on vacation, right? Waste the week away. What's the point of taking vacation if you're just going to work the whole damn time, right? Might as well just go to work. Might as well. There we go. Getting better at that. Exposed wire. Do the other end. I was in Chattanooga Tuesday night, Dustin. I know that's not where you live, but you could have met me, man. I should have said something to you. Could have had dinner or lunch or something. I met another Army buddy of mine, Bobby, for lunch. And, yeah. Could have. Should have, would have, could have. I know you don't like getting out much. Which is fine. Truth be told, I really don't either. But what are you going to do? Ah, shit. There you go. Got exposed on both ends now. Ta-da. Oh, you're in Louisiana? Cool, man. That's right, you got family down in Louisiana. I remember that now. You're originally from Louisiana. If I remember correctly. Alright, that should work. I'm sure I'm not adhering to all the codes. That's one of the benefits of being a homeowner. You burn your own place down, it's on you. Go. That's that. Make sure we need plenty to go down here. I don't have. I need one more connector here and I'm out of them. Damn it. I might have one in the shed here. Let me go check that real quick. We want to do it right. Right? I got one. Found another one. Ta-da. this one doesn't screw in on this particular box, but there's a nut to go on the other side. So we can do that. If I can get my fingers to work properly. Let's get that down this way. Get that set screw out so I can tighten that up. And there we go. I bought them. There's my other Lowe's stuff from Lowe's. I had to get another cover for this one. I only had one cover, so I had to purchase another one. 15 million covers here. A little foam gasket. Woot! Time to go to Ace. There's Ace Hardware close by. Be right back again. Salvage so much crap. Is it flipped around this way? I could. Flip around either way. I'm trying to get this in here just right. It's intended for a plug. I got the wrong one. But I've got an adapter that allow the switch to go through. And go up here on top. Nope. Trying to see how this will fit in there best. I'm kind of just engineering this the way as I go. Oh man, it'll have to go on the back side. That's fine though. And we can put our switch behind that. And everybody will be happy. Everybody be happy. I think that'll work. All right. Get my wire strippers. Adjusted just right. Pew! Flies away. Twist this guy into a little hook. Like that. Run another screw in there. That's going to be our ground. The original ground screw is missing, but as long as it's touching the metal, we should be fine. I'm not worried. Are you worried? Nah. There we go. Okay. Just nice and snug. Get in there, you bastard. Too tight of a loop. Which is on, which is off. Top, okay. So it's gotta go like that. Cool beans, man. Just like that. We'll have ourselves a switch. What do you know about that? Do anything you want when you go to Lowe's, right? I'm putting this, I got to get the screws out. So put this all together. Wrong one. There we go. Not exactly what I'm... Gotta put that in there. There we go. Not hitting it. I don't think that screw's long enough. All right, let's try this then. Try it without that. Without that plastic plate. Let's see here. You little bastard. Nope, see, I can't do it there. That's where all other screws gotta go through. Damn it. Just bear with me. We'll get this. All right, now I'm starting to get pissed off. You guys are probably laughing at me. Look at this guy. Can't even do a plug. Can't even do a plug. I want to take that damn spring out. Can't even get that motherfucker out. Damn it. I need longer screws too. So hold on just a second. Let me see if I can find a longer screw. I'm all about robbing from one thing to get to another thing. Make do with what I got. You know what I mean? I got some longer screws. That's what I need. These short screws are pissing me off. Sorry, bastard. That's for that one. And this is for this one. Nope. I think we're going to get it this time. Spring-loaded flap is not assisting me at all. It's making things very difficult for me. In there now, bastard. I need a longer screw so I can see where the hell I was going with it. I can't just feel it. Not like it has hair around it or something. Find my way around that way. disgusting. That's the truth. Even then, I probably have difficulties. Come on, you bastard. I think we got it. On there now, bastard. That should have been the easiest part. It ended up being the hardest part. Jeez. I had so much technical difficulties before. I always have something snagging me up. All right. Where's my outlet? Is that the one I'm supposed to fucking use on that piece of shit? Okay. So, gotta wire this bad boy up. And put this flap on there. Flap, flap, more flaps. Doop, 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 flaps everywhere. Now here's the tricky part. This switch is just to complete the connection of one of the hot wire here, so that when you flip the switch, you complete the connection and your power comes on, right? Right. Thank you. So yeah, I'll need a couple of wire nuts. Which I have as well. And then we'll flip the power on and test it. I think I'll only need one wire nut. Just one. Again, I am not a professional. Please do not try this at home. You will die. Got a little shelf here I can use. Need my wire strippers. Get the ground knocked out first. It's going to be behind everything. Need to have everything out of the way. Can you guys see what I'm doing? I know this isn't the best angle, but it's what we got. We'll just feed our ground wire behind this nice green screw for ground. And that should take care of that for us. This one can be up a little bit. Good and snug. We're not torquing it down for anything. Screwdriver down. Make a loop. Okay. Need my screwdriver that I dropped. Can't really use a drill on the side of these outlets and stuff. I mean, you can, but it's better to just use a screwdriver. You know what I mean, Vern? I'm putting white on both sides, and I'll tell you why here in just a second. Put them together. Wire nut. Now, again, I'm not a professional electrician, okay? This is basically what's happening. This is my live wire coming in to this plug. I've got the white going to the silver, and the black should go to the brass. Here's my black. It's got to connect, go down into here, switch over to the white, and then come back up here to give power. That's what I'm doing with it. So, what we're going to do is we're going to leave this hanging out like this to make sure it works properly. And I have a tool for that as well in this bag somewhere. Is that it right there? Yep, down at the bottom of the couch here. All right, so we got this little doodad right here that we can plug in, and it'll tell us if our grounds are good and our all neutral and everything else is good. Okay, so you guys watch that. And I'll be back in just a second because I gotta go flip the breaker, and we'll see what happens here. That's in the off position, so nothing should light up until I get back. All right, power is back on. What do I have? I shouldn't have anything until I flip the switch. And it's just the opposite. My switch is upside down. It says I have an open ground. Okay. So, open ground. My switch is backwards. So let me go flip the breaker back off, connect the ground to this guy, and that should take care of our ground problem. I ran it to the box instead of this. You turn it, see, now I got ground. Now I don't. Now I do when it touches the box. So we'll probably just leave that. Man, my switch is upside down. I don't want my switch to be upside down. Shit. I wonder if I flip those wires. That should change it. Should it? Probably not. It's the same principle. I'm thinking. So just bear with me. Power in the shed's working fine. Power out to here is working fine. What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? Do I have to flip this damn switch around? Probably. Alright, I'm going to go turn the breaker off so I can get this all in place without shocking myself. And then we'll flip the switch over so it said where up is on and down is off like it's supposed to be. And we'll test it again. Alright. So that's what we're doing. Stand by. Okie dokie. I should have no power at all right now. I do not. I have this little doodad here that could tell me if there's power as well. And there's not. No power. Everything's dead. So no electrical show for you. Let's see here. We're gonna get that mounted. Yeah. Now this plug will not work unless the switch is on, which is fine. It's kind of what we were going after anyway. So yeah, not a big deal. You nutty bastard. Somebody asked me, is there anything you can't do? Well, I can't fly a helicopter. And I can't navigate a submarine. But I can do this. I think it looks good. I think it looks good. But I just gotta flip this thing over now. Damn it. This was a pain in the butt to get on there too. And we'll do the old switcheroo. There you go. And put it back together. See where I'm going with this damn thing. And that's that. This clamp will make Rachel happy. I don't think it's too shabby. All right, let's go turn the power back on again. Right. I think we did it. How long have I been on stream? Hour and a half? Job took an hour and a half. If I was a professional, it probably would have took 45 minutes. Having all the right tools and all the other garbage. Let's put our tester back on here and flip our switch. We are good. Yep, 2 amber lights, and that is good to go. If you got there's a whole scheme of codes on here. You know, you got all these different options, and it can tell you what you've done wrong or what you need to fix. And I had 2 amber lights at the bottom, which says correct. So here we go. We ran power. We ran power out to the lean-to. Now I got some string lights that I'm going to put up around in here as well. I might do those later. Take a break. I got a couple things I got to do inside. I have a lot to clean up because I'm very messy when I do this stuff. I mean, look. Let me flip this around. I got all this to clean up. Tool bag, I've got crap everywhere. I got stuff every damn where. So yeah, I got a mess to clean up and put things back. So yeah. That's what happens when I do a job. I'll leave a trail of breadcrumbs behind. It's 5 miles long. And so there we go. We ran wire. It was one of our tasks we wanted to complete this week. And we did it. Hour and a half. Not bad. All right, guys. Well, I guess I'll talk to you guys later. And see what people said on the poll. No worries. A couple people were, I put on the poll says sorry if I don't see or respond to your comments, and the options were what the hell or no worries, and there were a couple of what the hells. So, oh well. I find it amusing. All right, guys. Talk to you later.